Are they competing against each other, Beth? I don't know, but they're definitely stepping up here in this SEC tournament.
They are pushing each other. Yamas 3 for 7 with the home run, 4 runs batted in. In fact, she and Pickens have accounted for all 7 RBI, all 3 of their. Yeah, Cavan had a decent outing against Kentucky last weekend, trying to come back from a couple of frustrating performances in their losses to Oklahoma. And she will start this out with Jaden Pone, who in conference games only, she was your SEC batting champ. Just one of Jamie Traxel's crew. Jaden in her second year there after starting out at Longwood. Really swung the bat well in the second half of the season. And will need her best today against Cavan. A steady diet of rise balls and drop balls and
extreme, so you've got to try to figure out how to cut the plate. You got to look north or you got to look south. Oh, and by the way, she throws a really good changeup as well. But look at the difference. She's throwing more drop this year, less rise. She was almost 80% rise ball last year. They've taken that down a little bit because she has this newly developed drop that has made a huge difference. And ironically enough, she also threw
SEC tournament title. And that's going to drop in fair, and Boutte is going to try for 2. The throw is high and out into right field, and Lair's headed for third.
Well, there Boutte is going to get a pitch to fall out on the green. Katie Stewart gives a good effort trying to go get that.
Binford looking for her first hit of the series, but she came up big out of the bullpen yesterday. She plays both ways. Picked up the win, throwing 3 2/3 innings. At the plate, she did walk 3 times yesterday. Down 0-2 to Cavan.
Cavan trying to spread that strike zone.
12, and they were the #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And it looks, based on how things are playing out right now, that maybe Texas and Florida and Oklahoma might have a shot at Texas A&M. The Aggies have been the #1 RPI for the first time. It's the debut of the Texas Longhorns at the SEC tournament, finishing 3rd in the regular season. And Atwood and Stewart, 30 home runs, nearly half for the team. Win against Tennessee and Carlin Pickens on the resume. And this is a huge moment for her.
Take a look at Tegan Cavan is getting a little extra work done in the bullpen, working on some of those pitches. I think her changeup was maybe a little fast, probably just trying to dial things in. Wasn't happy with the way the pitches were.
Sacrifice bunch for her, 22 on the season for Texas. They'll use it if they need it. Get runners into scoring position for the 4 hitters in their lineup with over 50 RBI this year.
Yeah, this is a Texas team that brings a lot of different attributes to their game.
Pickens, that short fielder out in shallow right center. Full count. 67 miles. We had a grand slam earlier today. Ole Miss, or Arkansas hit one. We had a grand slam yesterday. Arkansas hit one. Reagan Kramer and Bree Ellis. Big moment here for Reese.
The outer half. Gets back into the count.
A couple of walks, a Caden Henry double. Atwood jammed her. Well,
to try to take away that power from Atwood. So immediately going to go to the off-speed pitches. It's down in the dirt. They try to get under the hands. It's a foul ball. They go back to the changeup. They go to the outer half for a strike. Under the hands, trying to jam her up. Continuing with the changeup. Back underneath the hands again. And then Reese Atwood with a really good eye and ability to take the walk. Takes the walk with the bases.
Still nobody out with 30 pitches thrown.
For Ole Miss, they're a little bit in a pickle because they've already played 2 games here, so their staff has thrown a lot of pitches. Benford yesterday, as well as Bree Lopez.
Out getting it out, the walks hurt. 4 runs across for Texas. And so it is 6 batters faced, and then a pitching change. All 6 have reached. And now RBIs for Atwood, Stewart, and Mitchell. A couple of them for Stewart.
Hitters, and right now that's what Ole Miss needs.
Gets a swing and miss from Leanne Good, the junior from San Antonio. And back-to-back strikeouts, 2 down. Winner of this one advances to the SEC semifinals to face either Texas A&M or South Carolina. That's our last game of the night coming up next.
Ball inside.
Full count. Semifinals get underway tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2 with Oklahoma, Arkansas. Nearly 50 pitcher delay from her last pitch to these due to all the runs scored.
Well, that's a rise ball that looks like it's falling out of her hand. Gets up and in on Lexi Brady. And so, as you mentioned, Beth, 28 minutes. We did see her earlier in that inning just working on some of her pitches, some of her spins that she throws. Look at the way she's going to come over the top and just snap that out. It doesn't quite have the velocity when she's up at 68 miles an hour on the drop ball, but it's that identical over-the-top rotation that really fools the hitters. Big first out for Kavan.
What you got for us, Holly Rowe?
Well, Tegan Kavan started the year really great last year, 20-3 as a freshman, Big 12 Freshman of the Year. This year's been more of a challenge. People know her. They've scouted.
Throw to second. Don't apply a tag to a phantom runner that's not there.
Well, really smart by the senior Brady. I mean, she lured her into that, saw the throw was going behind her and took off and tore her pants in the process. How about the catcher with her 6th stolen base of the season? Speed never sleeps, Smitty.
That's right.
Ground ball to...
Maloney showing a little bit of the sneaky bunt. Gets herself up 2-0.
Ball inside.
Yeah, all 9 hit in that 4.
Everything thinks the transition will be hitting. It is defense. That ball is on you so fast. The shorter distances, the speed of the game. That was a great example right there of that play she made.
Yeah, Holly, baseball 90-foot base paths, and most of the time the third baseman would be behind the bag. She's at a 60-foot base path in front of the bag. So much different react time.
Mia has hit in 14 of her last 15 for Texas. Number 2 all-time in hits and batting average. Looking to drop that one into Shep.
So now the question is Atwood going to be sitting soft?
Here's the fun, crazy stat of the day. Nancy Evans, as a pitcher at Arizona, was 124 wins and 8 losses. That is it. That is the best win percentage in the history of the game. In a game 3 in certain situations. So they want to keep her fresh, you know.
Hanging on to that pitch a little bit too long.
Count goes to 3-0. For you kids out there under the age of 40 that don't know what pickle is, that's a game we used to play. There used to be, remember, no pickle signs around the infield.
So you wouldn't hit it into the fence.
Yes, it was a good game that we used to play.
So in my palm, the ball would fall a little bit deeper in my palm for my off-speed pitch.
Ooh.
So it was, you could.
That is advanced. That is not 101. That's like senior year. That is pretty remarkable. Off the glove of Stewart, and the error, Arkansas. A 4-run first inning. This is a Texas lineup that has the 4th best batting average in the country coming into the weekend. They're top 20 in scoring and slugging and home runs. And with the 4 runs on the board, it's now they actually dropped a couple spots in the RPI. Not having played yesterday, you would think maybe it would go back up if they get the win today, but that RPI of 9, if the Tar Heels get in and they come to your place, she's the nation's RBI leader. But I think Ball and Kennedy in particular, remember, you can win with your ace in the regionals and supers, and then anything goes once you get to Oklahoma City. First pitch swinging fouled away by Percy Yamas, then Lexi Brady and Mackenzie Pickens. Percy's been their big hitter through the first couple of games of this tournament. Popped up to short her first time up tonight. Drove in their only run in a 1-0 win Tuesday, and then the 3-run home run yesterday, and that's going to drop in.
You just think, okay, if you're going to call that against me when I have a bat in my hand, when I have my glove on.
Just want the consistency.
Exactly. Well, and some of that has to do, though, with the catchers, right? Reese Atwood is really good at stealing pitches for her pitcher. We've seen catchers just have the ability to be able to do that. Frame pitches, move their body just enough.
1-2.
Will make a great pitcher. You never see elite pitchers throwing to catchers that don't help them be even better. I was blessed to have amazing catchers in my career. Just makes such a difference. And look at the snap throw down to first.
Aubrey Monroe, a member of the U.S. Olympic team in Japan. Dejamuli Pola is
shutdown mode and might get on base, but it's really hard to advance and then even harder to score.
1-2 pitch. Wild pitch from Kavan. Now a runner in scoring position as Starr moves over. Is Maloney. The throw into Scott, and diving in safely is Starr. So a runner at third with 2 down on the tag.
Really good job by Ashley Maloney out in right field. She had to go a long way to make that catch. And I'm sure Kavana's like, thank you very much, so we can retire Pickens.
It's 0 for 8. We'll see if that impacts what they've done. They finished second behind Oregon in the Big Ten this year. Virginia Tech is another one that the committee has to take a close look at. Their KPI is 12. They have 5 big wins, but 3 of them are against the same team, Stanford. So there's all kinds of different criteria to look at. Right back to the pitcher, and Maloney able to. And here come those big hitters again. Scott, Atwood, and Stewart. Mia has reached twice with a walk and a single. Let's send it down to Holly Rowe.
Reese Atwood, one of the best hitters in the country, one of the 3 finalists for National Player of the Year last year. She's really worked hard on her posture in the batter's box. At 6 feet tall, she had a really upright position her freshman year, but people started to pitch to her differently. So she's
with these big bats, you don't need to help them.
No.
And now Texas is right up against that run rule situation and really force Ole Miss's hand in the next inning. And Hunter grounds to third, and that'll take care of that. Henry able to bop it, 6-1 Texas.
How about Caden Henry?
But with the addition of Texas and Oklahoma, there have been so many more opportunities in the SEC to either lose a lot of games or win a lot of big games to put on your resume. They have great home atmospheres at Texas and Oklahoma. It has been an adjustment. The coaches admitted, hey, playing on the road in the SEC with big crowds and hostile.
Get a rise.
And that'll squirt through. Base hit. Scores another run. As Pone comes home, it's 6-3.
Well, it's a jam job. It may not be the home run that she hit off of Rothrock, but this is a ball that she's able to squirt through the 5-6 hole.
For never before seen footage and sounds from the semifinal. She'll face 8-9 in the top. All the momentum in baby blue right now. Can Texas grab it back? A 4-0 lead in the first inning, gone. After a 5-run fifth for Ole Miss to the top and Ashton Maloney. Watson scored in the first. They've gotten her out on a couple of ground balls the next two times. Pitch swinging, and she pops it up. Big get for Lopez and Ole Miss. Here's Reese Atwood, one of the best hitters in the country. Followed by Katie Stewart and Joling Mitchell. Looking for a lead to put Ole Miss up against it in the top of the seventh. And what a grab at third by Ashton Lansdell. One down.
That is a great play by Lansdell. First off, to glove this up, to get it, it looks like it's sneaking through the 5-6 hole, but then presence of mind to come up and know that Pickens, the freshman second baseman, is going to be there for her at the bag. Nice.
To the top of the seventh, all even, Texas and Ole Miss. SEC quarterfinals, the winner moving on to the semis tomorrow. Texas had a 4-0 lead in the first inning. Ole Miss wrapped one down.
I like the idea, the execution, a little bit, running a little bit too hard.
Bottom three tonight are 1 for 10. That one belongs to Katie Bennett. Singled and scored in the fourth. Late in the game, Mia Scott has a chance to grab the lead. This one would walk it off. Back in the fifth, she popped up swinging at the first pitch. With the game winner at second for Texas and a spot in the semifinals awaiting.
Count and picks that big walk-off win for Texas.